Hey everyone, welcome back to Optimal EV.
Today we're going to be going over the all-new Chevy Bolt EUV, the SUV version of the EV, which we already reviewed. If you want to look at that video, please go check it out in the link in the description. All right, everyone, so here we have the front page of Chevrolet's website, a great building site. We're going to be showing you the Chevy Bolt EUV, which is very similar to the Bolt EV, which we went over. And we're going to give you some of the ranges and also the 0 to 60 times. We have 247 miles opposed to the 259 miles on the EV. So a little less, it is a little bigger. And a 0 to 60 time of 7 seconds.
So a little bit slower than the EV. What exactly is the difference between EUV and EV, Troy?
So basically, instead of calling it an SUV, which is what a lot of the market does call it, it's going to be called an EUV, which I think is actually really clever, just an electric utility vehicle instead of a sports utility vehicle.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So then the standard of EV is just electrical vehicle.
Cool. Let's jump into the build.
Awesome. So here we have the LT front-wheel drive and the Premiere front-wheel drive. Now that is different from the 1LT and the 2LT on the EV. And price-wise, we're going to be starting at $33,995 or $34 versus $38,495. So you're paying a little more for the SUV version or EUV version.
Now, this includes a dual-level charge cord. I have not heard of that before. What does that do?
Yeah, so basically they're actually giving you the level 1 charger adapter and the level 2. So something that the EV did not do. I think that's pretty awesome that they give it to you. Plus, you also have the wireless charging standard, which with the chip shortage, that is something that is very important to a lot of people. So
right.
I love seeing that.
Yep, that's a biggie.
So we have the same 7 colors on the LT versus the regular EV.
Right.
Or the Bolt EV versus the EUV. And also, you do have 2 wheel options on the standard LT, but it doesn't give you that bi-color. So basically, you'll have the standard chrome, but it is a little darker.
Right.
It does look sportier, so I do like that. Let's check these colors out one more time. You have the 395 option and 495 for the red. Got that ice blue metallic, which is that kind of EV look.
Yeah, definitely.
I personally am not a huge fan of the black. I do like the accents on the car, so I like how it looks with some of the other colors.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't add as much pop as the other colors.
All right, so here we have the interior. We have the jet black cloth seat trim here, which is standard, and then you can get the upgraded leather, which is going to cost you $495. Because you have to get the driving confidence package, which we'll go over.
Gotcha.
Plus, you have to get the comfort package. So it gives you all these packages, which equals $3,000. And so you really have to get the car loaded up to get the leather.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Pretty similar to the EV, I guess, in that aspect.
Yes. So here we have all the packages already added because we got the leather. But I'm going to give you a rundown on all of them. Just so you know, if you get the 3rd tier package, the convenience package, you must get comfort and you must get driver confidence package. All right. So starting with the driver confidence package, pretty standard throughout Chevrolet, you're going to have the rear park assist, which is going to be helping you park the car,
right?
In backing up. Rear cross traffic alert, which when you're backing up from a spot, it's going to warn you if someone is oncoming. Yeah.
So like I mentioned in the other video, definitely something that I think is pretty important to have if you're living in the city or somewhere where you do a lot of reversing out of a parking spot. Definitely is always a good feature to have as you don't want to get into an accident in a parking lot. That's always the worst spot.
Yep. And then we also have our lane change alert with our side blind spot alert. So next we have our 8-way power driver seat. This is a little different than the previous car, but you do get the electric seats in here. The heated driver and passenger seats. Again, it's going to be great for the Northeast. You keep your hands warm.
Yeah.
I mentioned in one of our previous videos that my circulation is pretty bad, so it's definitely nice having that. So our automatic heated leather wrapped flat bottom steering wheel. I know it's a lot to say, but it's pretty much just a heated steering wheel,
Gotcha.
Which is why it helps my circulation. May require additional equipment. That's just basically saying that you have to get the driver confidence package to be able to get the comfort package. Next, we have our convenience package, which is going to give you the jet black night shift blue leather, which is what we selected in the previous menu. And that's the reason why it added all these packages in. So this is something that you must get with that. One thing that is great for Chevy is that they're giving you the ventilated driver and passenger seats with this package.
That's pretty big.
Yes.
Not a lot of other companies do that at this price range, honestly. It's usually a premium feature, I think. So that's definitely got a pretty big pro for me.
Yeah, and especially it's pretty cool because you can't get that in the EV. So something that might entice you to get the more SUV, the bigger car, maybe some more comfortable seats.
For sure.
All right, and then we have our front passenger seat back map pocket.
Is that just your typical pocket in the back of your seat?
I believe so. I mean, I don't know why that's something special, but hey, it's in the
part
top
of the
tier
package.
Yep. Okay. Then we have our rear center armrest with 2 additional cup holders. That's kind of cool. So you get the cup holders in there. Most companies do have that standard, usually inside of the middle compartment.
Right, for additional storage.
Yeah, it's definitely nice having cup holders in the back, especially if you have kids. 17 dark Android painted aluminum wheels, so you do get the upgraded wheels with this, but it's still a 17-inch.
Gotcha.
So you have no option to get an 18-inch on this. And when it says may require additional options, that again is driver confidence and comfort package.
I think honestly, out of these three packages, I think my opinion is that comfort package is probably your best to go with. I don't know about you. 8-way power driver seat is always really nice to be able to perfectly customize the way that you sit. I'm pretty young. I'm only 23, and I don't really care too much about how I sit, but it's definitely a nice feature to have to get it so that you can sit exactly the way you want when you drive.
I agree. I think most of the cars coming into a lot of these dealerships are probably going to come with that comfort package, just because the most important thing to a lot of people is those heated seats, heated steering wheel, electric seats. The ventilated and the leather might not be so important, and you might not want to pay the money for that, $1,700.
Right.
So next we have our accessories that come in most vehicles. You can add them on, $315 for floor mats. Pretty expensive. I would recommend maybe an alternative, or just stick with your carpets and keep them clean.
Yeah.
We have a tire inflate kit and our cargo convenience package. This can be nice sometimes for groceries.
For sure. I always advise try shopping third party. Most of the time these manufacturers are just overpricing their basic accessories. Definitely not something you want to opt into if you can.
Yeah. And then price-wise, if you don't get the accessories, is coming to $37,080 with the destination and freight charge. So again, it's gonna be a little more expensive than the regular EV, but you're getting the extra space, and some of the other options are kind of standard in this vehicle, which is nice.
Right, pretty decent upgrade. For the price, it's pretty good.
And next, we're gonna go over the Premiere. So we're gonna change the model here. Like we said before, you're gonna change those wheels, give you the nice body color panel in the front and the side skirts. You also get the leather standard, the adaptive cruise standard, and the HD surround vision standard. So if you want to look at that, it's going to give you the surround view cameras to help.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty high tech here. Pretty good improvements here. I think that's why we see a big price jump here.
Yeah, we're at $38,495 as a starting price. And again, we have the same 7 colors, one wheel, bicolor, gives you a nice sporty look, just like the EV. All right, we're going to head to the inside. Identical to the EV, except for that standard leather, which is very nice. And one thing that's really awesome, you get another color option.
That's pretty nice. I think this is the first time we've seen this of either of the two cars that we've reviewed here.
Yeah. And one thing that's shocking to me is it's a bicolor.
Yeah. It's a nice mix.
Yeah, you get a little two-tone in there.
It's a really nice two-tone leather.
Yeah, and you actually get on the dash here as well. It's all perforated. It's a good look. I wish they offered this on the regular EV. It might have helped my interior score a little bit.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah. Next, we're going to do our packages. Again, and they change a lot. So,
wow, Super Cruise package, $2,200.
Yeah, it's a lot. And, I guess that means that the regular cruise and the adaptive cruise on the standard EV is definitely not as
advanced as this, for sure.
For sure.
I would hope so. I mean, if they're charging an additional, I guess $1,600 or $1,700, yeah, it better be good.
So with this one, just like on the EV, all the packages are standard in this one from the LT.
Gotcha.
So now all we have to add is either our Super Cruise package and our Sun and Sound package. Again, if you're going to get the Sun and Sound package, you must get the Super Cruise. So first, on the Super Cruise, it's going to say hands-free driver assistance system for use on compatible roads, which usually means highways, but some roads, if they have great markings, you can use it as well.
Yep, well-painted roads.
Separate subscription purchase required after included new vehicle purchase subscription expires. Okay. So that means you will not get this for the full amount of the ownership of the vehicle. You will have to reinstate that or purchase some kind of subscription for it. It has enhanced automatic emergency braking, which usually means that it has some way to pull you over on the side in case of emergency.
Gotcha.
All right, so that's $2,200. I'm going to increase the price right here to $40,695. So we're over that $40,000 threshold.
Yep, we're hitting to a new bracket for sure.
Yes. And then we have our Sun and Sound package. So here, we're going to have, it's going to be $2,495. Definitely more expensive on this one when it comes to the Bose sound system being included. So we have our Chevrolet Infotainment 3 Plus system with connected navigation and 10.2 diagonal HD color touchscreen. So you get a nicer touchscreen. You get the Bose Premium 7-speaker sound system and a power dual-pane panoramic moonroof or sunroof.
So this is a lot of money, in my opinion, for what you get. A nice big navigation dashboard is always nice to have. However, I'm not quite sure it's worth the $2,500 in additional that you have to pay. Bose Premium speaker sounds, we definitely went over in the last video. We'd rate that as probably a $500 package, as that's what it came in the regular EV. But we'll give you a full score breakdown here at the end.
Yeah, I just kind of don't see. I see a lack of consistency with the price on this, just because of how cheap it was on the previous vehicle that we reviewed on the Bolt EV. So
yeah, I don't know if they're just going for more money. I know that they're definitely offering more options here. It looks like they gave a little bit more love to the EUV than they did on the regular EV.
Yeah.
But that's to be expected with cars jumping to their high end model versions.
Yeah, especially if you're getting more space for kids. I mean, that's usually their top sellers of these packages. So, and again, it is still a 7-speaker system. So even with the bigger car, it's the same amount of speakers. So
right.
Next, we come to our summary, and without the upgraded paint, we're going to be at $43,190. So definitely a nice jump from the previous one. You above that 40,000 range is definitely a lot in another bracket, and you're not getting that tax credit as well.
Yeah, that's a big thing. No tax credit on these cars. So what you get is what you get.
Yeah, anything on GM, you're not going to get that tax credit. So it's something to look out for, and maybe it'll change in the future. Go check out our federal tax credit video if you want to have more information on that. Now we're going to jump into our scoring chart and give a rundown on the EUV.
Let's do it.
All right, everyone, here we are on our scoring chart. As you can see, Sam gave the Chevy Bolt EUV a 57 out of 100, and I gave it a 56 out of 100. From the regular Chevy Bolt EV being at 51, there was definitely a lot made up for in this vehicle, especially the exterior. We felt that it wasn't really in that awkward stage of the Chevy Bolt EV, and making the car bigger made the styling really pop. Also, the safety features and some of the additional features on the EUV were definitely appealing. If you have any questions about our score, please leave them down in the comments. And if you want to check out this score chart and our score key, go down in the description and we'll be adding all the vehicles that we review onto this. All right, everyone, that concludes our build guide and rundown of the 2022 EUV, not an SUV. We got an electric utility vehicle instead of a sports utility vehicle. If you want to check out our review on the 2022 Bolt EV, please go look in the description. Also, we have a federal tax credit video if you want to check that out. Please leave a like, subscribe, and any questions down in the comments.
See you guys in the future.